And somebody told me, I did not know this, but Kevin King sent this over today because they all got different colored bikes, like Voltron or something. And he said that they all look like Power Rangers. And somebody actually put a Power Rangers comparison with them. And people are saying, God damn it, you're right.
Get up!
Double Toasted Live has 2 more dates left on his tour, going to be in Orlando and Dallas. Join us for a full night of comedy and games. And if you get your tickets now, get 15% off the regular price. Get your tickets by going to x1entertainment.com, and we'll see you soon. All right, let's go ahead and continue the show as we get to, let's see here. I was looking for my Book of Boba Fett over here. I should have had a shelf over here.
Volume 8.
Yeah. This is where I need to have a fireplace and my glasses.
Sure.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was just reading the Book of Boba Fett. I'm on chapter 3. But people, we're on chapter 3 of the Book of Boba Fett. The thing that we've been talking about with the Book of Boba Fett is we've been saying, all right, after watching, 2 episodes? Mm-hmm. Well, I know what Martin's been saying. I can't speak for Martin over here. But what I have been saying is after watching 2 episodes, the biggest problem is that I am waiting on something to happen. You know, something that really sets the story off and something that just really grabs me. And I can say that, you know, now that we're on actually episode 3 at this point, still waiting on something to happen. Still waiting to the story. Come on, y'all! Now, what we doing? I've been a patient man with you, Boba Fett. You know what I'm saying? Man,
I said it early on, but you were like, no, man, you got to give it a chance. And the flashbacks, they're going to show things. And see, it's getting better. And I was like, all right, Corey.
Brother.
But like I said, like, man, the needle's not really moving. Not a whole lot happening here.
Brother Boba. Brother Fett.
I was like, every time with these flashbacks, they just pulling us back further.
People, I've been waiting. I've been patient this whole time now. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep comparing Mr. Fett to the Mandalorian, but God damn it, by episode 2 we had a baby Yoda.
Yes, we did.
And we were on our way. We had a baby Yoda, we had a mission, and we were on our way. We had a story.
Yes, we did.
Now what the f are we doing here?
Yeah, we were meeting new characters. the world was expanding. Here we got Tatooine, and we got Tatooine.
We got sand. Every week been sand. I got sand all off of my hand. What's that?
We got a couple more huts.
Huts, yeah.
We got an extra Wookie.
I've been watching so much sand that after every episode, I got to go wash sand out my ass cheeks, man.
Yeah.
If I want this much sand, I'll go to the goddamn beach. All right? But I got to tell you, man, this is episode 3, this week's episode. This is my least favorite episode.
I was wondering, because I felt like with that first episode, we were about at a 4.5. Mm-hmm. But with the second one, I'm like, all right, you climb up there, you're a 6.5, maybe even a 7. So with this upward trend, we can get somewhere.
Yeah.
But I feel like this one dipped back down to a 5.
Shit, I'm about to grab your ass back down to a 4. Shit, I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been waiting. I've been cool. I've been very complimentary, but shit, can we do something? Because the way that this is working out right now, you know, this is, like I said, this is my least favorite episode. And the reason why is because, like, it's not without its merits. But really, it just kind of feels like we're still just showing chunks of things that are not really connecting. We're showing chunks of things that are not connecting enough to lead up to a bigger story.
Right.
There's one thing to like tease people and not show you the full picture yet. I can do that, but you're laying the groundwork for me to know where it's going. I don't know what's happening.
Well,
here.
there's a way to do what you're talking about, where you leave enough that leaves everybody really intrigued. Like, ooh, what is that? And what's that going to lead to? And these things aren't doing that.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not here to complain. There's still some things that this show is doing that is doing better than a lot of Star Wars properties have done in years.
Yeah, it's kind of a low bar, though.
Yeah, it is. But I appreciate that they have actually been going in and they continue to build on things and characters that were just before, just background, are creatures, are monsters with no personality at all. With this, we can, with the lore that we have in Star Wars, there are things that they're bringing back. And like I said, I'm not really a big fan of fandom and bringing things back just to, please the fans. But here, they're doing that pretty cool. And they're making characters out of things and expanding on the world in ways that I still like. I enjoyed that scene where Boba Fett got a new pet Rancor.
Yeah.
For one, it was Boba Fett. He was like a kid that got a new puppy, man.
I know.
He was.
What's his name?
What's his name? This is mine. I get to keep him.
He likes when you rub him right here.
I ain't never seen Boba Fett show that many teeth while smiling.
Yeah, he's flashing those false teeth right there.
Yeah, usually he's flashing those false teeth when he's beating somebody's ass. Dentures about to fly. But I ain't never seen that much teeth with him when he was smiling as when he got this Rancor, this pet Rancor right here.
Yes, you like this?
You know what? That's when I knew that this was. Damn, what's he doing sneaking around?
I know. That's what I did like that robot. You're like, oh.
Yeah, well, I just not noticed that. Can I pat him? This is when I knew that this episode was directed by Robert Rodriguez. Danny Trejo. If Danny Trejo's right there, then Robert Rodriguez must be right around the corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need to talk to your boy because the first episode and this one, the ones he directed.
I liked the first episode. I actually thought the first episode was one of the best things he's directed in a long time. That and Alita Battle Angel, which I really liked. But this episode, yeah, not so much, man. Thing is, I like this because, they talk about, this is what I'm talking about when you come in and you elaborate on these things that were just kind of passive in the past. Return of the Jedi, the Rancor was just used to, eat Luke and chase him around.
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's an opposing force. That's it. It was a nameless opposing force just to give Luke something to run and try to escape from so we could cheer him on. I like here that they talk about how Rancors,
they're like pit bulls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You treat them cool, they'll be cool, and they're very, very sensitive creatures.
It's depressed. Rancor are emotionally complex creatures.
When you do that, what's cool about filling in or fleshing out characters like this and fleshing out the world is that you retroactively feel bad for scenes in earlier movies. Man, I said, I ain't never felt so bad for that Rancor Return of the Jedi. I said, nah, I see where that fat man was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I said, man, that was his pet. Yeah. That was his friend. I was like, you know what? Now I get it. It was cool to go in and kind of, retroactively look at what they did with the Rancor.
Well, that is the best thing they've been doing with this particular series is that with the Rancor. Even the Gamorrean guards before they were just guys in suits, and now you don't know a lot about them, but you're starting to see them as fully realized sentient creatures.
Yeah, they're just not dudes around in rubber costumes now. Look at the special effects. Look at the makeup. You're right. They're actually kind of more characters now. But outside of, that, there's just not a whole lot of conflict besides the action scenes. Okay, we get action scene conflicts, but there's not like personal conflicts, character conflicts. There's a whole lot of talking. It's a whole lot of negotiating.
Well, there's a whole lot of moving slow in this, and I don't care for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of characters who meet, talk, and then you might have an action scene follow up after that. But we're still not building too much, I believe, with this series. How many times are you going to have the Hutts come around and just talk? I thought they were actually building up towards something. I'm sure they are still, nefarious. I'm sure there's some sinister mother. I'm sure that's going on. But damn, we just saw them talking last week. Now they back talking again. Hey, I'm sorry. Okay, where the fuck are we going with this? Can we y'all supposed to be the baddest dudes and the baddest gangsters in the universe. Dudes, can we do something?
I'll tell you, man, this whole episode, and it's not even, it's probably the shortest episode, but everything moves so slowly.
Yeah.
Everything. Him out in the desert, going to where he's got to go. Him getting back to where he's got to go. It's like, dang, if you had actually put a move on, you could have saved some people. The fight with Chrysanthemum, I was like, why y'all got him lumbering and moving so slowly?
I'm gonna get to that in a minute, man. There are moments in here where I feel like I'm watching Boba Fett, the baddest motherfucker in the universe, and I feel like I'm going on business meetings with him. I feel like I'm just walking around. I know what I feel like. I feel like it's take your son to work day. It's like I'm just going on negotiations with him, business meetings, and business meetings ain't that fun.
Very well, I'll take payment. Be on my way.
They are unwilling to pay protection to more than one party.
It's like, negotiations is not a lot of fun.
No, and so can we speed up?
And that's the scene with the Pikes. Right there, the Pike Syndicate. And plus it's starting to feel a little repetitious, man. How many times are we going to keep going back to the mayor's assistant? And the mayor's assistant, slinkering away or running away or saying, well, my boss is not going to like it.
Do you want the appointment or not?
Did he just lock the door?
I like that. Did this motherfucker just leave?
Just walk out on me.
Now that I did like, because he walked away like, I know he didn't. I know this bitch did not just leave, lock the door on me. Man, got talking. Okay, now I got to talk about your boy, and I blame this on you, man. You gassed my head up about your boy like Black Wookie. Black Wookie, Quercetan or Quercetan? Man,
Chrysanthemum.
Last week about this time, Martin was talking about, oh, you don't even know, Corey. That's the baddest motherfucker in the galaxy right there.
Yeah,
Chewbacca ain't got nothing on that.
Look at him.
I looked at him get his ass whooped.
Well, that was the thing. I was like, okay, every time he moved, it was in slow motion. And I know there's that whole thing where you make somebody big, you move them slow to make them seem bigger. But anytime you see him in the comics, that was one of the big things about him. He's big. He never looks slow.
I was like, what the f-? I said, this shit look as fake as the WWE.
It does.
I was like, break his back.
Once again, that slinging people across the room.
Yes.
It's like, you ain't serious about killing nobody.
At first, I will give it this. At first, he was holding it down. Now, as badass as you were telling me he is, I thought, he was snapping necks just by bitch slapping people.
Yeah.
He should have broke Boba Fett's back. Boba Fett's feet. He was just hugging him.
I was hugging him. I know. I was watching this. I was like, of course they would do this.
If anything, people should have been running from his ass while he was tearing the room up. And another thing, I got to ask y'all, how did his big ass get in there?
Yeah.
He just sneaked past, his big black ass sneaked past everything in there. That's what I'm talking about. Boba Fett ain't got shit in there, ain't got no security or nothing.
No security or nothing. That's why these two little short people walking all around saying, I'm running things now. It's like,
everybody's like, no, you ain't running a goddamn thing. And then, at first they were, he was kind of holding it down. I thought he was just playing with people. And the whole time I was thinking, you know what? He's just having fun. He's just playing with him. He gonna throw it down a little bit. No, they gonna throw his ass down. Took him out
easily. Yeah.
He just happened to be standing on the trap door that was just the right size for his big ass. I was like, come on, man. And here's the other thing. When they actually trapped him, I was willing to let all that go. I was like, yeah, I'm not buying it, but I'm willing to let it go. But then they released him, and I said, okay, here it is. He's like, yeah, I remember this shit. I thought that's like, when they let him go, that's like, all right, that was a mistake. Taking these chains off me, because I thought once they took those chains off of him, he was going to beat their ass. And when they took the chains off of him, he ran like a bitch. Get the f*** out of there. I mean,
yeah. And it just feels so like, well, they showed him mercy, so he's gonna come back in a later episode and save their asses.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I mean, you can see that, right?
Yeah, no, I can. No, I know. I can see the setup for that. Yeah. Even the street gang in this, people.
The lollipop gang.
Yeah, these goddamn futuristic
Power Rangers.
what do you call these? What do you call them? Oliver Twist gang over here.
Yeah.
Futuristic orphans over here. You know, this was funny because they look like characters out of that cyberpunk game.
I know.
Yeah, they like the characters out of cyberpunk game
with their cyber modifications.
And sometimes, when they actually put them into effect, it look cool. You know, that right there was pretty cool. But then they would do some other shots, like when they actually start moving around, like the shit looked like glue on plastic.
Yeah.
It
looks like something from the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah. And somebody told me, I did not know this, but Kevin King sent this over today because they all got different colored bikes, like Voltron or something. And he said that they all look like Power Rangers. And somebody actually put a Power Rangers comparison with them. And people are saying, God damn it, you're right.
Get up!
Oh, this is awesome, man. This is amazing. Whoever put this together, you're a genius.
You're brilliant.
Whoever put that together, I love you. You're awesome. You're brilliant. Speaking of that chase that they showed during that, man.
That chase was so slow.
That chase was silly.
It was silly.
That chase was slow and silly.
I was like, maybe you just get off the bike and run and catch up to him.
That street chase with the man when he ducked out and tried to run, ran into some goddamn Tatooine apples or whatever, most Isley apples.
Yeah.
But yeah, what got me with this chase scene, it's just silly, man, because it's supposed to be this thrilling chase, but it's too much comedy in there. And I don't mind that, but it's comedy that doesn't work. It's comedy that takes me back to the prequels or takes me back to the new editions of the Star Wars originals where George Lucas couldn't stop putting effects in there.
Right.
Because you see the jokes in there. Like they got, this is the one that, like the C-3PO in the middle of the street, like, oh.
I know. It's like, please don't. I'm actually surprised it wasn't two robots like him carrying a sheet of glass.
Well, they got that in there. First of all, they got those little funny robot jokes in there that kind of annoyed me when they did the prequels and when they did
droid humor.
Droid humor. I don't understand droid humor, I guess. Wow! But you're talking about, where was the comedy scene where they were carrying a pane of glass? Well, they weren't doing that, but they did a similar version of that. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. They had that Boba Fett poker playing painting.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, this is silly, just silly, man. That by the way, that's such an old joke.
I know.
I know they were probably doing it as a parody themselves, but why?
Yeah, it's it's funny how you could watch The Mandalorian and it's so like, man, this is for the adult me. This is the Star Wars I want. And with this one, they ever so often go like, oh, but remember, it's for kids though. Yep. It's for kids though. Don't forget that. What you think of that technology for those bikes? Because that's because I was just like,
which bikes though?
The ones those
Power Rangers bikes.
Those Power Rangers. I was like, this is too much like mopeds. This is like those 60s.
They look
street
like
gangs.
Vespas.
Yeah, Vespas, like the street gangs in London in the 60s, going around in their Vespas.
Yeah, I did not like that they made them bright colors like that. I can't criticize too hard because I know that Star Wars from the very beginning has been about toys. But that right there looked like it was too much catered towards a toy. Mm-hmm. Those bright colors right there.
Like somebody said, like, well, we got the Baby Yoda out of last season, but what are you bringing?
I know. I will say, this is why I'm still enjoying the flashbacks more. I still enjoyed the flashbacks here. I really like the scene where Boba Fett went back, and we talked about this. I know Chris and I talked about this. He said, you know what, he's getting so close with them, and he's making so many enemies with them. That tribe is gonna die, and they did. You know, I like that. I like that he got close with this tribe. See, this is where they're building a story right here because, you know, with those flashbacks, unlike the present day story of Boba Fett, you know, I can see where things are leading up to. You know, we have that whole thing with the biker gang, which the whole biker gang motif I thought was a little too on the nose and a little too, you know, look kind of silly to me. But those guys are assholes, and I'm waiting for Boba Fett to go and beat their asses and again, yeah. But this time, like, them up, like kill them, because we get flashbacks now, and see, this is where they're leading up to things. We know that he's gonna see who it is that did it, and we know that he's gonna be angry, and we know he's a badass. He's gonna go and kill him. You know, that's leading up to something. Unlike I feel what the other story is doing. You know, so I don't mind that backstory. What are you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it is leading up to something, but I don't know that it's leading up to something interesting. Like this here, like I talk about things moving slow. Like we watch him slowly go through the desert for, I guess, a long way to have that conversation, that negotiation, and then slowly get back to just seeing the tribe slaughtered, which was like, we already had an episode where he comes back and the tribe's been slaughtered. I feel like it just keeps repeating these things.
Yes,
over and over.
it does repeat a lot.
Yeah, and that's what just killed the impact of this for me. And the idea that, like, oh, well, now he's got to go those guys up. But from that trade negotiation, he already said, I got to take care of them. Like, he already had the directive that I got to take those guys out. So what does this do? Just add more, oh, now I really got to take them out.
But like I say, I feel like it's a story being told.
It's just that when he gets around to, you know, whatever violence he commits on these biker guys, it's already a foregone conclusion. It won't be like I won't have that feeling of satisfaction. Like, yeah, you took care of him. It's like, well, yeah, you telegraphed you're going to do that.
See, I will. I like it. I want to see it happen, guys. But you know, maybe I'm just trying to get what I can. You know,
yeah, I think so.
You know, but I still enjoy the backstory. I wish they were telling this, and maybe if it was being told in chronological order and not being split up like this, it might be better.
I wish I could just talk to every director and say, like, hey, for the next 2 years, tell everything in chronological order.
Yeah, you trying to do some Godfather shit over here. It's like, nah, man. I did, well, you know, like I said, there are things I like here. I like the Rancor scenes. I do like he's talking to, you know, different syndicates. I just wish it would, you know, wish these would finally lead somewhere, indicate it's leading to somewhere. I did like Stephen Root in this. Stephen Root.
Sure, Stephen Root is great in everything.
No, I like Stephen Root because when he came in, you know, when he came in, he kept it real with him.
What is your petition to Lord Fett?
Well, with apologies, sir. No one respects you.
And what's great about that, he said what everybody's been thinking this whole series so far. Y'all, I really enjoyed The Mandalorian, and I'm not trying to compare this to The Mandalorian, but
I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah, I'm not. But the only way I would compare this to The Mandalorian is that The Mandalorian had momentum, and I like that. This lacks momentum. It's disjointed with the way it's going back and forth in time. The flashbacks, even though I enjoy the flashbacks very much, and it just has no momentum. I just have no idea where any of this is going to lead. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, you know, keep people guessing, but at least give us some indication or a clue, you know, because as I said, these are just segments.
Yes.
I'm just like, I'm job hunting with Boba Fett. I'm negotiating with Boba Fett. I don't want to do all that. And the action scenes sometimes are fine. This chase they had in here, not so much. But the action scenes are not enough to, like, I know that they're thrilling, or they pick up the pace. But even when you have action scenes that are pretty cool, if you have no story to actually lead them somewhere, it means nothing.
Yeah, we've seen 3 episodes, but I feel like I've only watched 25 minutes of action story.
Well, you kind of have.
Yeah.
You watch 25 minutes padded out.
Right. And it's a problem because it's padded out and not in a way that leaves me intrigued to find out what's next. I'm only curious about what happens next because, all right, I'm 3 episodes in. Let me see where this is eventually going to go.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel, and you know, it just seems like a thing. And maybe it's been bugging me from so many different angles, or I'm just seeing it again, and it really is a thing. But that whoever is working on this, Rodriguez or Jon Favreau, whoever, is just such a fan of Boba Fett, a super fan of Boba Fett, that they feel like any type of reveal they give is awesome. Like, yeah, but see, now you learn how you did this.
Yeah.
And if you're, if you stand for Boba Fett, then like, man, I'm getting to learn all this about him.
Yeah.
But if you're just somebody who's like, yeah, okay, Boba Fett's another character, you're like, I feel like you got to give me something more to get me excited.
Yeah, well, this is definitely, I think, something for, again, we're going back to what I think is a problem with Star Wars. I think, we're just happy to get, as you say, any little reveal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not that kind of fan for anything. I don't care about, okay, I got Boba Fett. Cool. Well, we do something with him. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. If I had to rate this, I would give it I'd just give it a rental, man.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we got 4 more episodes left. We really need to do something now.
Only 4, huh?
Yeah, we got more than what we have now. We got more episodes than what we've already seen. So hopefully with 4 episodes, they've laid the groundwork for things that are finally going to start paying off, because right now there is no real payoff.
And also not a whole lot of groundwork so far.
Not a lot. I feel, well, you know what? I feel like they are. It's just, again, it's just so vague right now. I mean, I can see, because I don't know exactly. That's the point. I'm taking guesses at where these pieces of groundwork are. I can't say for sure if what they, if what I'm seeing is true.
What's your guesses?
Well, I don't want to say anything with anybody.
Well, you won't be spoiling it. You're just telling what you speculate.
Okay. Well, I think the mayor really is going to start. He's been kind of low key, but I think he's going to be one to come back pretty hard on them.
Okay.
And the Hutts are really going to start coming in hard because they're apologizing, they're being real cool, but they're going to retaliate pretty hard. Mm-hmm. He might form an alliance with one group that might get his back when another faction starts coming down pretty heavy. And that's when we're going to get Black Wookie up in here.
See, I'm thinking that this is leading to showing through the flashbacks how he has been able to be successful by making alliances and getting people on his side rather than using threats and violence, and that'll come together.
Oh, yeah, I think that'll come together, too. I think he'll make alliances with the right people.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, I don't think he thinks that he can do this with everybody. And it's not going to work with everybody. Sure. And there's people out there who are just kind of letting him slide, and they're going to come back. The Hutts are fucking with him right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah,
we sorry we sent that guy to kill you.
Yeah. No. And they're probably going to do something where, I'm just taking a guess here, but because he failed to do his job, they're probably going to try to do something to him, and that's when he's going to come back and side with Boba Fett. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just things that I'm thinking.
Well, they already left him out to dry, saying like, "Hey, you can sell him back to the gladiator pits." We don't care.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Hey, everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts.